Okay, so someone wanted me to comment on, I guess, Michele Bachmann, who apparently is running for president in Republican candidacy, and I don't even have to read any more than I've already read. I'm kind of nervous. Okay, let's just make this very clear and very apparent. This woman might be dumber than Sarah Palin, and that's pretty big. That's pretty big dumb. That's pretty big dumb. Look up, if you want the entire situation explained, because it's perfectly summarized by this. I've never actually watched The View before in my life, but look up Whoopi Goldberg's reaction to the pledge on The View, and that's all you need to know about her. So the other thing is, okay, this person's running for candidacy, alright, she has to be nominated. There has to be a process. I don't care who you are or where you are, she wanted a pledge that wanted people to agree that children were more likely to be raised by two parents in a slave household, as opposed to when there was an African-American president, that whether a child would be raised by two-parent household. Now, that's stupid. And against same-sex marriage, it's racist. It's racist and it's dumb, and it's trying to prove a point about how unfit a specific president is based upon things not related to them at all. Because guess what? It's not the president's decision on whether or not two people know how to get along and raise a child at the same time. That is not the president. That is each individual. So here's another thing. I was raised in a single household. Four of us were raised in more or less a single household. At one point or another, my mom was disabled. My mom, she was deaf. She has scoliosis. She had emphysema by the time that I was 6. And her disability she was deaf, but her scoliosis caused her lungs to have pressure on them constantly with emphysema, and she had a heart murmur, and she's still alive today. When I was 6, she was diagnosed with all of these things. I am now 25. I'm 25. Okay, woman's still alive. She was supposed to die when I was 7. Okay, so she stayed alive and she stayed kicking, so that all of her kids would be raised properly. Now, granted, it didn't work for 2 out of 4, but a 50-50 ratio is a good thing, period. Now, whether or not a single person is fit to raise anyone, there's two-parent households where everyone sleeps in the same fucking bedroom and everyone's miserable and no one's going to grow up to be good because they don't live in a good place, they don't have good opportunities, and you know what? Quite frankly, some people don't know how to raise kids. Some people just grow the fuck up with shitty parents and become shitty parents because they don't know better. So guess what, government? Instead of picking out shit like that, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or whatever the fuck, maybe you should be making programs for social betterment. Or when someone like me comes along and says, hey, I want to start this, this, or this in order for social betterment to come around, maybe you should have fucking money available. Okay? And if Michele Bachmann is the fucking best that we got to offer for presidency, there's a problem. There is a problem. This means that our government's not working, and that having one dude in charge of everything is bullshit. Quite frankly, maybe we need like a polyprez. We need like 3 presidents and 3 vice presidents. We need like a conglomerate of presidents, if you will. And then they have to decide as the executive branch something, just like Congress has to decide as a group. And, we have a judicial system, our judicial branch, the checks and balances things that we're all supposed to be happy about. Come the fuck on. When a woman's so dumb, I think Sarah Palin might be a gift from God. There's an issue. Seriously. So, if you're out there and you have a problem with this, send an email or send 800 emails. You can what I actually would love people to do, make an email account specifically for this. Go and get every single list, because you can do this. You can get every list of everyone in office, and just their office or whatever, and their email and everything like that, because they're all supposed to be contactable. And you just slam that right into one email account. That's the only contacts you have. So every month, let's say everyone does it every month, the first of the month, at the first of the day, and it doesn't matter what, just the first of the month, every time there's the first of the month, anytime during the day, they just blitz every fucking congressperson there is, the president too, the judicial, everyone in government that makes some sort of decision, they blitz them with one email. Okay? Now, if you have, I don't know, a concerned 800 people sending every congressperson an email about something, just whatever they're concerned about, maybe they'll listen. And maybe they won't, maybe they'll listen one because, people across the United States are sending them. Don't just do yours. Do every single congressperson, because you know what? They represent us as a whole, not just their fucking state. So get that image out of your head that government's a specific way, because life is negotiable, and you're the one that negotiates it, not whoever represents you, because that's bullshit, okay? So this Bachmann lady, she should actually be getting thousands upon thousands of hate mail per day. You should just be re-clicking the same letter over and over, people. And if you want, I'll start it. Let's do a website. You want, contact me. We'll start a website, howtohateproperly.com, because you know what? There is a good way to hate. There is. Because if you can like someone properly, you can hate someone properly. It's just how it is, especially if you're right and they're wrong. And quite frankly, anyone who wants to take away or subliminate or point out something that they believe is to be wrong when in actuality it's just them not knowing how to fucking Google to get the right answer, they need to be told that they're wrong. Because that's the only way to educate people like that. Like someone who's willing to be educated, you know what? You don't have to tell them anything, because they'll come to you when you present an offer of becoming smarter. A stupid person who chooses to be stupid must be told that they're wrong. And then one day that will sink in, and one day they will try to change. And that's all that matters, the attempt to change. Because the moment you attempt to do something for bettering yourself is the moment you become better. So I'm going to leave it at that, because that's my rant, and quite frankly, I have an email account to set up, I guess. So, this is actually for G.I. James, who requested this, and I'm totally putting it out there for you. And I'll put it on both my blogs, and I'll link it to each so that more people can get to my second one, just because, you know, not everyone knows that I'm moving yet. But they will now. Or more now. Alright guys, rant over.